Well, you can see what we've been working on. This is truck number 3, right? I was heading to Virginia City to start the tours. Dixon, Montana. Felt like it hit a wall, right? Uh-oh, I know what that felt like. It was exactly what that one did. Felt like it hit a wall for about 10 seconds. Vroom, comes back, runs normally. Might have a slight knock, but just a little one, and it's indistinguishable from the rest of the knocks it makes. Drop the liner again. You know, the antifreeze goes acidic. I guess the Cummins 250 liner O-rings are notorious for this. And when the motors sit for long periods of time and then are run, because I'm not hard on them, Lord knows I'm not doing anything to it, then the antifreeze eats it away, and as that water circulates, it moves the condensed rust and silica, and then the liners fail, and now you got water running down inside the block, which is exactly what happened. So here I've got a motor which to all outward appearances has less than 10,000 miles on it in the 35 some odd years it's been sitting, and it just pisses water into the block only when the truck is stopped. So I was able to get it all the way to Kalispell. So I drove it to 30 miles from Dixon back to Plains. I then drained and flushed the entire cooling system as much as I could to get the antifreeze out, right? So it wouldn't attack the bearings. And then running basically straight water, and what I would do is I would crack the oil drain, wait for it to stop dribbling water, and put the drain plug back in. And then I filled it, started it, and drove. And we got it up here. And it was, there was probably a gallon of water in the oil pan at the bottom, but it's a big oil pan, and it hadn't mixed. So, and we also were pushing a lot of it out the overflow, or the crankcase breather. She was puffing like a steam engine down there, but that's that water boiling off because of the hot oil or steaming off or whatnot. So anyways, we got her here, and then pulled the motor, which was a hell of an adventure. We're on day 3 at this point, and we haven't got one motor out of the other truck yet. We had our loader has the power to lift it, but it doesn't have the height to clear these huge trucks. So Dad improvised. Yeah, if it wasn't for his creative thinking, I would have basically just walked away at this point. You know, we could do an end frame, and probably I should have shut down the business for a week and a half and done the end frame rather than swap the motors. But we figured we could swap the motors in 2 days. We're now on day 3. It'll be in by the end of the day, that's for sure. So it'll still have been shorter. Swapping the beds is swapping the beds is not that much work, but swapping all of the electrical components, all the special tour stuff from one truck to the other, and rewiring the dashes and all of that, that's a 6 or 7 day project by the time that's all done. So we just figured this was the fastest, and basically Dad was gonna help me out here and do whatever's quickest to get us back up and running. Then we'll rebuild the one that's sitting on the shop floor. And if this motor runs flawlessly, then we'll put it back in one of the trucks. Unfortunately, the truck it needs to go into is that one. This is the one that I was hoping to rebuild that motor and then sell this truck. Now I got this truck all taken apart, and that truck's blown, and yeah. I don't know how the military brings freedom around the world using these monsters, because Lord knows I can't keep them running, and I sure as crap am not being hard on them. It's been a frustrating start to the year.